Hello everybody. Today I'll be showing you how to make your PNGTuber more advanced and interesting to look at using physics and animation in PNGTuber Plus. So, you want to make a PNGTuber, but you want a little more pizzazz, or maybe you're like me and you don't want to lose the focus of your viewers because jingle,
pay attention.
Your own attention span is that of a teaspoon. And while this video will definitely, probably, maybe help, I want to clarify that this is for people that want to elevate their existing PNGTubers from something like this to this. But this is not for those that want to start from scratch, I'm sorry, but don't worry, if you need that, I'll link the instructional video that I followed to make this PNGTuber down in the description. So here's what you'll need. Number one being, of course, the PNGTuber Plus program itself, and it's completely free, don't worry about that. The version that I used was version 1.4.2, which is the most current as of date. Number two, you can use any drawing program that has a layer function and can export transparent PNG files. Number three, you're gonna need an animation program, or any program that has an animation feature built into it. Any feature that allows you to flip between frames, or layers in this case, so that you can see your PNG in motion. Now, I'm lucky that Procreate has this built into the app itself, but if you don't have Procreate, perfectly fine. I've found an alternative method that can use the free version of the app FlipaClip. The last optional thing for you to have would be an existing PNGTuber model, of course. This is just to emphasize that you can use the learnings from this video at any point in your process, whether it be during the making of your model or after you're done, since PNGTuber Plus has a replace sprite option that you can do at any time. Step 1. Identify what elements you want to be animated. I personally wanted wavy hair and a moving stylus, but you can do the same for eyes, mouths, ears, and much more. I stuck with just these two, just so that the design wouldn't look too busy, but you can do whatever you like. Step 2. Rough animation. Sketch the keyframes, aka the main poses, and once you're done with that, you can do the in-betweens afterwards that'll give the animation life. Sue mentioned that too many frames might hinder PNGTuber Plus, so I limited my in-betweens to just one between two keyframes. To animate hair like I did, simply imagine a single line. Now, imagine a wave going from point A to point B. Make that a series of waves and you've got the fundamental idea of how to animate hair at its most basic level. At a low frame rate, it looks like this. An easy hack to think of is that every wave becomes a dip, and every dip becomes a wave from frame to frame. Note that I am by no means an animator. I have no clue what I'm doing. This is just the most convenient way for an amateur like me, and it just works since my avatar's supposed to be underwater. It's just convenient. Step 2.5. Now if you're animating in anything but FlipaClip, feel free to skip to step 3. But if you are, press export, make a movie, and save to photos. Click the link in the description to an MP4 to JPEG converter. Mind you, this website only has 10 free conversions per day for some reason, but there's nothing stopping you from just using a different website. Upload your MP4, convert it, and import the results as separate layers in your drawing program of choice. Step 3. Render the elements. Render the elements separately in whatever style you'd like. Gentle reminder that every element you expect to go behind something still needs to be overdrawn, meaning draw a little more than what people will see. For instance, I've overdrawn her neck really badly to account for her idle movement. If you don't do this, you risk showing abrupt cutoffs that'll ruin the look. Step 4. Export. Export each element as its own transparent PNG and click the sprite sheet packer link below. This is also from Sue. I'm sorry, I'm stealing your content, Sue. You'll end up on this page. Just clear the present sprites, change the layout to horizontal, and click the PNG option next to the word download. No need to touch anything else, really, I promise. Hi, this is me editing in the future, and you do need to do something else, and it's to actually add in your sprites. Thank you so much. It should download a PNG with all of your frames, or sprites, I guess, compiled into a horizontal strip. Step 5. Import into PNGTuber. Open PNGTuber Plus and press escape to open up the app files, and drag your sprite sheet into the folder. Ignore these folders, I made them, and click back. Click on the element you want to replace, Click Replace Sprite and just navigate to your sprite sheet. Once it's there, it'll look kinda weird, which is good. Weird is good, weird is progress. To fix that weird, look to the sprite details and increase the sprite frames value to the number of frames you animated. Set the animation speed to whatever you feel looks the best. Now the program will cycle through each evenly spaced sprite and you've got an animated PNGTuber. Congrats. Oh, wait, don't click off yet, because we can add more with step 6, where we can add more physics with PNGTuber Plus. You can create the illusion of even more movement by adding physics to more individual parts. This works best for parts that don't move that dramatically or in a limited way that doesn't require different keyframes. To do so, let's recap the remaining sliders on the left here. Drag delays the animation behind the main body. Squash distorts the dimensions. Rotational drag rotates, of course. Rotational limit controls how far it rotates. X and Y frequencies control how often the element moves up and down. And X and Y amplitudes control how far the element moves up and down. Best parts to apply physics to include clothes, jewelry, tails, ears, hair pieces, pets, and any other accessories that might loosely sway. Quick tip: if you already have a big element animated in a complex way, like my hair right now, it's best to keep other movements as subtle as possible so as to not overwhelm the eye. Guide your viewers like a tour guide. Show the most complexity on what you want them to look at first, and make sure it's readable from afar. And that's all for now. Don't hesitate to ask anything in the comments if I missed something, or visit my Twitch when I stream art on weekends if you want to ask directly. Wink wink, jingle jingle. I really encourage you guys to experiment with the program to see just how far we can go with this. You know, before your PC blows up. Take a shot every time I say PNGTuber Plus. Wait.